Okay, so today we are going to cover two things. One is how to download and install Python, and two is how to download and install Pycharm. So Python is the programming language itself, and Pycharm is the tool that gives us the user interface where we can write, where we can edit, and where we can run Python code. Okay? So step one, go to your browser and type in python.org so that we can go to the Python website. So at the Python website, we are going to go to the download section. On clicking the download section, we'll end up at the downloads page, and you'll see this yellow button over here which says download Python 3.12. Okay, so all you have to do is just click on download, and download will begin. So once the download is complete, all you have to do is to click on the setup you have just downloaded. Okay, so on clicking the setup, the Python installer will appear. All you have to do is click on continue, 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 agree, then click on install. It will require permission, so I'm going to input my password, then click install. Okay, so if you're installing in the Windows PC, in one of the installation steps, you will see a checkbox which says add to path. Okay, you will see a checkbox which says add to path. Please make sure you tick on that checkbox so that you can avoid unnecessary errors. Okay, great. So the installation for Python has already completed, and right now we will confirm if Python is installed in our PC. So we will open up the terminal, search for terminal. If you're using a Windows PC, all you have to do is go to the search bar and then type in CMD. Okay? Okay. So at the terminal, we will write the following command so that we can confirm if Python is installed in our PC. So the command is Python 3 space hyphen hyphen version. Okay, great. So on clicking enter, you will see this output over here. Okay, so you might see a different version of Python over here depending on the version of Python that you have installed in your PC. But if you get a similar output to this, then you'll know for sure that you have successfully installed Python into your PC. Great. So right now we are going to install Pycharm into our PC. So go back to your browser and type Pycharm. Okay, so you click on the first link. Okay, on the website, you you will go to the download section. So click on download. Then, as you can see over here, there are two versions of Pycharm. Okay, so there is Pycharm Professional, which is the paid version, and the Pycharm Community, which is the free version. We are going to use the free version of Pycharm. So at the Pycharm Community, just click on download, and the download will begin. Okay, so once the download is complete, all you have to do is to click on the setup you have just downloaded. So once you click on the setup, you will begin the installation. So I have already installed the Pycharm into my PC, but as I said, all you have to do is to click on the Pycharm installer. Just follow the steps. They are very easy to follow. Just follow the steps and install Pycharm, and everything will be fine. Okay, so once you have successfully installed Pycharm into your PC, all you have to do now is to open Pycharm. Okay, so once you have opened Pycharm, you will face this screen over here. Okay, so what we want to do now is to create a new project. So at the top right, you will see three buttons over here. So we will click on the first button which says new project. Okay, So over here at the top, we'll give a name to our project. I'll give this name, I'll name our project 1. Okay, so location, you can leave it as it is. At the interpreter type, you will select project VNV. Okay, and at the Python version, you will select the Python version that you have in your PC. Okay, since we have already downloaded and installed Python into our PC. So in my case, I will select Python 3.12. Good. So once you have made sure that everything is in place, you at the bottom right, you will click on the create button. Also, I'd like to say that up to this point, if you're facing any kind of errors or any kind of issues which are an obstacle to you, please leave a comment and I will address the issue in a separate video as soon as possible. So click on the create button. We can create a new project. Okay? Sorry. It seems that I already have a name of this project right here. Okay. So once you have successfully created your new project, all you have to do right now is to here at the you see a side panel over here. Okay, so at the side panel you will find your project folder over here, which has the name that you gave it when you're creating the project. So at the project folder you will right click and you will go to new, and right now we want to create a new Python file. Okay, so we'll give a name to our Python file. So I'll call this Python file start. Okay, good. So make sure when you're creating a Python file, you select this option over here, Python file, because you are creating a Python file. So you'll give a name to your Python file, and once everything is in place, all you have to do now is to click enter. Okay, so I'm going to hide this side panel over here. You just have to click on this folder icon. So we have successfully created a new Python file. Okay, so here is where we can write our Python code, is where we can edit our Python code, and it's where we can run our Python code. Okay, great. So right now we are going to write our first line of code in Python. So we are going to write print parentheses. Okay, so parentheses are these brackets over here. So inside this bracket is where we are going to put our content. That we are going to put the content that we want to be displayed in our output. Okay, so for now we write hello world. Okay, great. So what you're seeing inside here is the content that we want to be displayed at the output. Okay, so what you see over here is what we call a string. Okay, in programming, doesn't matter which language you're dealing with, this is a string, and the string is always written in this kind of format. Okay, so I'll explain more about it in the next video, but for now this is our first line of code. It's a simple line of code, it's very easy. And okay, and this is our first program in Python. A program can be as simple as what you're seeing over here. A program as simple as one line of code. So right now we want to run our program. Okay, so in order to run our program, here at the top right of our editor, you'll see this play icon, which we refer to it as the run icon. So all you have to do is to click on the run icon, and this console here at the bottom will appear. This is what we call the console. The console is what displays the output of our program, okay? So the console always displays the output of our programs. So this is our program, and in our program we are saying, hey, print, we're saying, hey, print this content inside here. So, hey, print hello world, okay? And when we run the program, it will print the content inside these brackets over here, okay? So inside our brackets we have hello world, and when we run the program, this is the output, hello world. So inside our program, let's say we want to change the content inside the brackets, and let's say we want to say hello Tanzania. So when, as usual, we run the program to get a new output, okay? So on running the program right now, we get the output hello Tanzania, which reflects the content which we have wrote in our line of code over here. Okay, great. So you can change the content to whatever you want. Let's say hello Africa, and when you run the program, you'll get a new output reflecting the content which we wrote inside these brackets over here. Okay, so this is a very simple line of code, and we'll go through everything that you're seeing over here in the upcoming videos. So yeah, so right now I'd like to say congrats to you for successfully installing Python into your PC. Congrats on successfully installing Pycharm into a PC, and congrats to writing your first line of code in Python. And if you're a beginner and you've never written any line of code before in any kind of programming language, well, congrats on writing your first line of code in programming, okay? Good. So in the next video, I'll be going through the basics of Python. I'll be going through the fundamentals of Python and how we can immediately use the Python fundamentals to start creating computer vision projects. Okay? Great. So stay tuned and see you in the next video.